research review articles, and all these kind of articles. So you can use any topic, whatever you can think about, that can be written as academic article. I have just focused on most of the aspects related to scientific writing, but same applies to the other fields, like be it social science or like anything. Even if someone wants to write an academic article related to law, the same things are going to be followed. The all the like text organization to title to conclusion to everything, most of the things is going to remain the same.
Sir, here subheading, sir. Please tell me about subheading, sir. I mean, inside in this topic, social
Yeah,
trafficking.
yeah,
Sir, how would I use the subheadings? My point is 1 minute, sir.
yeah,
इंट्रोडक्शन
yeah,
सर जिसमें प्रेजेंट टाइम में जो सिचुएशन है वो
yeah.
रहेगा और
जी,
अगर कुछ कोट्स क्या हम कोट्स दे सकते हैं
हाँ, आप इंट्रोडक्शन में कोट्स दे सकते हो, जैसे कि दिस पर्सन हैज टोल्ड दिस थिंग, एंड डिपेंडिंग ऑन दिस हम लोग जो हैं वो आज की कॉन्टेक्स्ट में सिनेरियो ऐसा है। और सब हेडिंग्स में आप बहुत सारी चीज़ें डिस्कस कर सकते हो, जैसे वर्ल्ड का सिनेरियो, वर्ल्ड की सिनेरियो डिस्कस कर सकते हो, उसका एक अलग से सेक्शन आ सकता है। इंडिया का सिनेरियो उसमें एक अलग से सेक्शन आ सकता है। उसको प्रिवेंट करने के लिए क्या क्या मेजर्स लिए जा सकते हैं, उस पर एक सेक्शन अलग से हो सकता है। क्या क्या एफर्ट्स ऑलरेडी की हैं फ्रॉम द साइड ऑफ गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसी मेकर्स, उस पर एक सेक्शन हो सकता है। आपका अपना पर्सपेक्टिव ऑन ऑन दिस टॉपिक जो है, उस पर एक सेक्शन हो सकता है, या उसको आप एंड में कंक्लूजन और डिस्कशन में डाल सकते हो। तो बहुत सारे पर्सपेक्टिव, वो बहुत सारे सब हेडिंग्स बना सकते हो आप उसमें उस तरीके से।
থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার স্যার সাবহেডিং তাহলে কি এইভাবে হতে পারে যে হিস্ট্রি লাইক हिस्ट्री आई मीन स्लेवरी माने
या
अंग्रेजों के जमाने में जो था कि
जी
वो
जी,
अफ्रीका और इंडिया से लोगों को ले जाते थे
हाँ
ऐसे
हाँ,
कुछ और वो भी तो ह्यूमन ट्रैफिकिंग के अंडर में आता है
हाँ
सर
हाँ हाँ हाँ,
तो
बिल्कुल
क्या
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। हाँ, वो भी आप देखो, हाँ आपने एक एक्स्ट्रा सेक्शन ऐड कर दिया, हिस्टोरिकल हिस्ट्री ऑफ सोशल ट्रैफिकिंग का, ह्यूमन ट्रैफिकिंग का, तो उस पे एक सेक्शन आप डाल सकते हो, वो सब उसमें ही आएगा।
थैंक यू सर
When we do a research article,
या
can the questionnaire to write the article, or should we definitely do an experiment to write a research article?
for doing a research article, you have to do some research. So it's not necessary that you do some experiment. Sometimes what people do is they do certain meta-analysis which involves analysis of the existing data. So that won't be the experiment using say a lab, but it would be sort of an experiment on the existing data. So they are just going to compare the data which is already known and then do analysis on that. So it's not necessary that you do experiment per se in lab for writing a research article. It can be an experiment involving a survey or involving analysis of already existing data, which is meta-analysis. But there has to be something, like you have to do something to write a research article. Like without doing anything, just referring to literature and then combining something out of it, then that will form a yeah. I hope I have answered it.
Thank you, sir. I did a questionnaire about glyphosate banning in my university research.
Yeah,
Can I apply those information at a research writing?
yeah. If whatever experiments that you did, they were say novel, or as I mentioned in my conclusion slide as well, that for academic article, the most one of the most important things is that whatever you are reporting that everyone wants something new. So if those findings are new, or there is something different which has not been done before, and you have got some kind of result related to that, then obviously you can report. And even if it is not novel and it is something which someone else has already done, even then you can mention that in the discussion that we have repeated the experiments which were performed earlier by XYZ person, and we have got these findings. Then it depends on the journal or wherever you are submitting, that whether they accept it or don't. That completely depends on them. But people do, if there is suppose a field changing experiment, then people do validate it multiple times. So multiple authors do the same experiments many a time, and then they publish it, and so that one is sure that yes, this thing is happening. But if you did experiment say in your university, then you'll probably have to take permission of the person under whom you did the experiments, and write the affiliation of university and all in there. So if it has been done in a university, you'll probably need to ask one of your supervisors who would also be in, who guided you through the experiments, because he's also going to be on the paper if you are thinking about publishing it. So yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So we got few articles from the participants and the interns, and I have made a PPT as such to share the feedbacks that what you have written. So I hope you can see my screen, and I'll share my screen and let's discuss this.
Yeah.
Is it visible to everyone?
Yeah, it is visible.
Okay, so book review one was written by Risha, and it discussed the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So the things that I found was striking was the outline of the story and the main events in that story is quite elaborate, Irisha. So while you are writing a book review, don't elaborate the main story that much, or else the suspense of the book vanishes. The reader will decide through your book review whether to read the book or not. So just give a small gist about the book that increases the suspense, so that actually people go and buy that book or read it. Okay, so evaluation that you did about the book should be or could be a bit longer. That would have been beneficial. The publication date, cost, name of the publisher can be mentioned to, highlight your book review. Subdivisions of the review were done very nicely, and the language was simple and lucid. That was good in your book review. So these are some of the points that I found out, and I think that you should also know. Other interns who are planning to write the book review, they can also learn from what she has written and add to their own article. Now, Nidhi wrote about career mantra. Something was that her article was a bit small. We expect the interns to write about 1,500 words plus. So grammar needs a little bit of brushing up, and you can use the software called Grammarly. It is free and it will help you to check your grammar while you are writing your article. Just copy paste your whole of the article into that section, and it will correct your grammar for you. So that is a beneficial thing that you should all go through. And separating the review in subheadings would be good. She just wrote a paragraph wise, so it will be better if she chose to write in subheadings. And using of question and answer in an interactive way, that was making the writing more appreciable. So I like that point. Now, there was an organizational review that Irisha did, and she discussed about the University of Peradeniya, I guess, if I'm not pronouncing it wrong. So it was very well explained, and it had a detailed analysis, nicely divided into subheadings, and engaging enough without she did not use any complicated language, so it was very engaging enough. I liked your educational review, Irisha. And then news article one was written by Disha, and she definitely discussed about the Suez Canal traffic jam. It's a recent event and something that has not happened ever. So her article was very crisp, exact, to the point, and she had the adequate representation of facts and figures and straightforward language, because news article we cannot use, beautiful or complicated words and vocabulary. You cannot use that. News articles need to be straightforward, and she did that. Now, there was another article by Sanya, and she discussed about the top fastest growing free online video converters for downloading videos easily. And this had so many websites that she had researched, and it was if you read that article, you will really understand that she had researched quite a bit. So it was very well researched, and it was divided into subsections to explain in a better way. And you should it's already published in the Monomousumi website. You can go and check out that article. It was nicely written, and the observer was not biased towards one of the downloading videos app or anything, not biased towards one website. She was unbiased, and she discussed all the websites that she could find. So I liked her article as well. There was one success story written by Irsha, and you can discuss the things that motivated him to choose that path. It would enhance the article, because if you are writing a success story, you should make sure that the reader is inspired, and the reader also thinks that I can do such thing. If he can, then I can. So you can add what motivated him to choose that path, and you can use a bit of uh, complicated vocabulary for this article, because this article definitely will attract readers for the motivational content. So you can use a complicated vocabulary in this article, and it could have been a bit more engaging and motivating. So this was the review of your success story. And lastly, today evening, I received an article of by Urvisha, and she had written about how to develop a positive attitude. It could use more facts and statistics, so to engage and prove to the audience that what she's saying is actually correct. The words were very free flowing, and it was a nicely structured article, and the article was divided into subsections and various sections that definitely helped to read and enhance the reading experience. So these were the articles that we received till date, and I have given my feedback regarding it. I hope you understood what were the points that you should improve on. And there are other interns as well who I think should benefit from what the reviews I gave and the articles that they have written. And we love to, and we look forward to have more articles from you, and I'll review it further. If you have any questions, you can ask, because Irisha has been very active and she has sent in a lot of articles, but many interns have not even begun sending. So if you have any queries, you can ask. Any queries regarding any of the articles that you are finding difficult to understand or anything, then we can help you out and you can move forward.
Ma'am,
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Go ahead.
ma'am, search engine optimization writing.
Okay. Acha,
এটাতে
what
প্রবলেম হচ্ছে
so what is exactly about? So basically, search engine optimization writing, we use keywords that actually, while we type in Google, what do we type? If we have a project to write, or if we have to search something, we just type a word. Like if we are searching for Virat Kohli, we'll just type Virat Kohli, and we'll get all the information on Google. So These are the keywords. Keywords cannot just be one word, it can be multiple words as well. So your article will highlight one of the keyword. Like in Sanya's article, she was talking about different websites that can help you download videos. So if we type download videos article on different websites to download videos, her article would be highlighted. So make sure that your article revolves around one particular keyword. And if you have problem in writing or finding a keyword, ask us. We will give you a keyword and you can write an article around that. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, anyone else with any other query?
Ma'am,
Yeah, yeah.
hello. Ma'am,
Yeah.
the second topic, writing a book review.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am, can I choose a book, political or
Yeah,
there is a
absolutely. You can choose any book that you want. This is up to you. We have given a rough idea about you, that you have to write a book review or you have to write a blog. But inside that, you can choose any book that you want to review. No issues.
or any novel? I
Yeah,
mean,
definitely.
upanas.
Any novel, any book, and be it fiction, non-fiction, you can include anything that you want.
Thank you, ma'am.
I hope I have answered all the queries up till now. And we had such a lovely session that it extended beyond 40 minutes. Thank you to Mr. Bhupesh Vaidya. He explained so much, so deeply. And I hope the academics paper section was clear to everyone. And I wish that we get more articles so that I can give you feedbacks, and I hope you enjoyed this session as well.
Ma'am,
Ha, Purnali, please go ahead.
sorry, ma'am.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Ma'am, product description.
Mm-hmm.
প্রোডাক্ট ডেসক্রিপশন ম্যাম কোনো ফোনের ওপর কিংবা এরকম কোনো কিছুর ওপর?
You can do. Product is basically, if you are using something, then you can review it much better, in a much better way. So like some people review about cosmetics they use, or anything that they are using, any electronic gadget, or like they find good, so you can review it, no issues. If you want to review a phone that you want, like any company or anything, then you can do it, no issues.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
I think we can end this session now so that everyone can go back to their daily routine. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the session. Thank you for being with us. We had a lovely time.